I'm absolutely delighted to be here just to talk to you about the Best You Can Be programme. I've been involved in it since the very beginning, which was about 6 or 7 years ago. Initially involved Swindon Academy. I was the principal of Swindon Academy, and latterly involved it as principal of Lambeth Academy in London. Both schools had challenges, both schools very different, but there was one thing in common. The challenge they both had was aspiration. For Swindon, the challenge was to actually get the children and the young people to think beyond school and think about something they could do. Many families actually had not had anybody working in their family for generations, so there were no role models of what the world was like, what the possibilities there were once they left school. In Lambeth, there is aspiration in the children, but it's often focused in negative ways, again because they do not have positive and constructive role models in their lives that make them realise they can be all sorts of things beyond perhaps joining gangs, and gangs is a major problem for us in Lambeth. So both schools needed to have a whole school ethos, something that we could sort of hang our hat on that could drive us forward. When we were originally involved in the programme, Bath University was attached to do some research, just to do some quality assurance about whether this programme did impact on students. And the impact for us, in terms of our own students, was absolutely phenomenal. So on the scale, self-esteem, self-confidence, resilience, ability to be a self-starter, zoomed up. The most powerful thing, though, was when we reassessed several months later, they were still high. So there was the sustainability of that programme. So we knew it had legs, we knew it was something we needed to build on, which is why I wanted to bring it to Lambeth when I moved. In terms of impact, it had a lot of spin-offs. The staff were starting to have coaching conversations with the students, not only in the context of the programme, but also in the context of their teaching. And it started to go across the school. And we know as educators how powerful those sorts of conversations are with young people. Students beginning to take responsibility, and David has talked about this, about their own learning. Now, it's very easy in the current climate in education to lose sight of that. All of those skills that I talked about that Bath University showed that there have been impact on is everything that needs to underpin learning, and often that is missed by this drive to get level 4s at Key Stage 2 and A star grades or A to Cs at GCSE. Sometimes those social skills, those skills of resilience that have become so important when they leave school are lost. This programme gives those a real focus. Watching the students, the young people, goal setting. Some of them had never ever done that before, and if you've not worked in that context, you find it difficult to understand that. But some young people had never been used to thinking more than a week ahead, but actually getting them to think about and picture, visualise in their minds what they wanted to be doing at the end of the programme or in a year's time. And then most importantly, right, okay, so how are you going to get there? Building in those milestones and getting other young people to work with them and remind them of where they're going is something that goes, again, right the way through their learning. And the language of aspiration. I think for me, that was the most powerful thing that I saw. I started to hear young people talk about aspiration, not just being footballers, but actually talking about other jobs that they wanted to get involved in. Now, as a head, I'm bombarded with programmes every day. I mean, today I had 3 emails, that just impromptu emails that we've got a wonderful programme. So it's very easy to miss programmes. Do not miss this one. If you are in a position where you have a responsibility within a school, do not miss this one. This one actually delivers. So please, if you're not involved with it, I would urge you to get involved with it now. Thank you very much.